I thought of a fun fact while you were talking. When you said you swear on everything. You know when you swear on the Bible when you're doing like when you're on what is it? When you're on trial?
Yeah,
you can swear on any book you want.
Really? Like any religious book, you mean?
Yeah. Well, there's a loophole. You could technically any book you want. If that's like what you believe in and what you...
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you could be like Harry Potter, this is my religion.
If you could find a way to make that believable, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Also, why do they make it the Bible?
Just to convince somebody that like Harry Potter is my religion. Like I would love to do that just to be like, listen, like I'm swearing on Harry Potter. Like that is my religion for real, for real. I believe in nothing else. If you want me to stand trial, then you will let me use this book. Mm-hmm. I think that would be a funny thing.
Yeah. And there are some people out there that truly believe that Harry Potter is their religion. So
yeah, I'm kind of right there.
Hopefully you don't offend anybody with that.
No, I'm dead serious when I say that I'm this close to Harry Potter being my religion. Like
might as well just go for it.
I know.
Take the plunge.
I wish that it was.
Yeah.
Until I was like 13, I still in the back of my head was like, well, maybe my letter got lost. You know, like maybe it's still coming. It didn't come when I was 11. Didn't come when I was 12, 13. I was like, this is the last year, and then I got to stop believing in this bullshit. But then I still believe
it could still be coming. You really
it's
never
probably
know.
Still happening literally right now. Like I bet it's not exactly like Harry Potter, but I'm sure like maybe not so like outdated. I think I said this before, maybe on this pod. I think it's so crazy how they always wrote with quills and stuff in Harry Potter. It was like of modern times. If people did the math, it was like 96 or like late 90s. Yeah. And there's pens certainly. Right. So why is everybody writing with quills and ink?
Some shit like that is happening. We just don't know about it yet because we haven't been casted. But one day
I really
we shall
get
there.
Somewhere in the universe.
Somewhere in the universe.
It
is the U episode. We're talking about universe, underwear, and Uber. But before we get into all that, we have a song.
Oh, we do. I thought you were teeing up for an ad.
Me too.
No,
what ad?
We have
a song.
I
forgot about the song.
We
all right,
do have a song. Me and Rhea, what was this, Saturday night?
Friday night.
Friday night?
The nights are all blurred.
Oh, yeah, Friday night. We went out. We got home pretty late. We smoked. We ate some Taco Bell. It was 5 a.m. and we wrote a little tune.
We wrote a tune because... I don't know why we got into this conversation, but I started getting very upset about how short I am. Like I said,
always upset about how short
I know, but Brie and I were walking around, and obviously we were both in heels. But so she was way taller still, and I was still very short. And I was just looking at her like, damn, like it must feel so good to be that tall. And she was like,
it must be good to be that short.
Yeah, and she was like, well, no, I was like, well, people look at you like, supermodel, and they look at me like I'm Snooki. And she was like, no, they look at you like you're cute, and I'm like a wildebeest. Like we were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And so we wrote a song, and it's called "Life's Too Short."
Okay.
And if you guys want to hear it, no, perked up.
Was that a play on words? I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is quite literally a play on
Mm-hmm.
words. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay. Should we bring our mics together?
The lyrics, but we got to
No, I'm
hold
going to get the lyrics. Oh, sorry. I'm going to get the lyrics out together.
Okay. We each have our own melody, and then we have a chorus together.
Wow.
Yes. Okay.
I can't wait. I'm ready.
And if we mess up, we get a retry.
Okay.
One retry. Okay.
One retry, yeah.
And we want grading after.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Listen to the
words.
I'll be harsh but fair.
Okay.
Listen to the words.
All right. I'm so short. Life's too short. Things look so tall from here. If you're on my level, you'd see what I see. But I'm so damn sure you would hate to be me.
I'm so tall, I feel like a wall. Things look so high up here. If you're on my level, you'd see what I see. But I'm so damn tall, you would hate to be me. Life's too short for all of this. Our dick's so tall, so suck on this prick. Short or tall, you're still my bitch. I'll have you till the end like we're Lilo and Stitch. I'm so short. I'm so tall.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
We did it pretty good.
Yeah, that was first try.
That was good.
That was good.
That was very good.
That was good.
Thoughts, everybody?
Much better than I thought it was going to be. I give you an A+ for the lyrics. Lyrics were fantastic.
I was going to say, like, the rhyming and everything.
Yes.
That was...
We kind of worked hard on that.
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and give you like a quick middle C for the tone.
Yeah.
Wait, what
You
song
guys were
is that
trying,
actually?
though. I could hear it in there. I knew the melody in my head based on how you were singing it.
we're terrible singers, but
Yeah.
the lyrics and
The lyrics were
the
phenomenal.
passion.
The passion, and we meant what we wrote.
We meant what we
I could
wrote.
tell.
Yeah,
I
like
could
Olivia
feel.
Rodrigo style. We meant that.
Yeah, it was when you're in the moment and you're like, we need to write a song.
I like the ending too.
I could feel
the
it.
whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm
whispers
so
were
short.
great. That was a lovely touch.
What was your grading, Noah?
On like overall.
Overall.
Yeah, overall, I guess.
Well, give it. You can go by lyric, beat,
Wait,
singing.
So was
vocals.
You took like that from a real song, right? Like the melody and like.
No.
I heard something. I can't think of it. It's
It
gonna
sounded
come
like
to
chain,
me.
chain, chain,
Something,
chain,
yeah.
chain, chain. To me,
It
that's what
was
sounded
not like we heard a song and then started making up a song to that song. It just came
Okay.
we
out.
just started
Okay.
singing it like that.
Yeah. So apologies to any song that we may have stole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
it was
have
late
legal
night.
action
Right.
coming against
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Watch out.
I'll give the lyrics an 8.6.
Okay.
Oh, he's doing numbers. Would you prefer
Oh.
numbers from me?
Oh,
I
what were
did.
you gonna
I did
do?
letter grades.
Letter?
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
like
Oh.
numbers.
We could give two different.
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Okay.
you do
Okay.
Okay.
To each their own.
What else am I grading? Lyrics.
You lyrics you just gave.
Yeah.
Delivery and
Delivery.
vocals.
What's
The difference between delivery and vocals
Yeah.
is we were on the same page. We didn't mess up. Vocal wise,
okay,
we didn't sound
okay,
great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Delivery. I'll give that an 8.1. I thought that was like you guys didn't really
Okay.
mess up.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
They were,
The
Pretty much on the same
vocals,
page.
I'm gonna give. Overall, I won't like specify on who.
No,
but,
overall,
like,
overall,
like
yeah.
5.3.
Expected.
I wanted to go in the fours, but that would have been too.
We're
mean.
both
I mean, that could've
terrible
been three.
singers.
It could have been threes.
Like
in the vocals. Yeah.
neither of us have really got it going
No.
for us in the vocal department,
No.
but we can.
We can write.
I mean, if you auto tune that.
yeah,
Exactly.
auto-tune that
He's
shit.
exactly
But
right.
TikTok
Yeah, this was
hit.
also a cappella, one of the hardest ways to sing.
Yeah.
You guys just sang
Yeah.
a cappella right there.
That's true. Nice.
Congratulations, nicely done.
Thank
It's
you
Life's
very
Too
much.
Short is the title.
Life's too short.
I
is the
look forward
title.
to seeing it on
I'm
New
working on
Music
my
Friday.
EP. We got
Yeah.
Blunt Thotty,
Excellent.
Starvin' Marvin,
You
and
do have a
now-
lot of songs at this point.
Yeah.
And now Life's
You know,
too short.
Roan's EP was like only 5 songs or some shit. You're
Watch
almost
out.
there. You're
Oh,
almost
shit.
there.
Oh,
Watch
shit.
out.
You better watch his fucking back. I'll tell you what.
Who knows what's going to happen this weekend? I could have another hit coming.
You never know.
You never know. But let's get into the U's. Let's start off with Universe.
The
Scares
universe.
the shit out of me.
Spooky.
I feel like we kind of touched on Universe in prior episodes. Episodes.
Episodes.
Um,
I feel like
prior-
it's just kind of a topic that comes up a lot.
Right.
We are existential thinkers, I'd say. So we're kind of always thinking about
Yeah.
the
We
universe.
talked about parallel universes.
Can I tell
Yeah.
you the one thing that really opened up my mind to the universe?
What?
And you guys are going to think I'm crazy?
Shrooms?
Well, shrooms is one of them, which, by the way, I've done more frequently as of late, and I think it's messing with the way I'm speaking.
Probably.
That's besides the point.
The come down from shrooms is like a couple of days. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's an easier bender to fall into.
Bree and I
than
popped some
alcohol.
shrooms the other night for no apparent reason and just
To full send.
yeah,
To watch
just
Janelle Boys.
exactly, and that's like
Yeah, but I bet you
when
laughed so hard.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I fell in love with Steve Will Do It.
Of
yeah.
course.
And
That's my favorite.
What
is-
will happen when you're on shrooms?
That's
So
why
be
shrooms are
careful,
so great,
kids.
is because you just like laugh and smile so
Yeah,
much. That's why
just
I like
so happy. But that's besides the point. Lil Dicky's Pillow Talking.
Pillow talking with
That
a
whole
bitch.
video
So
and
good.
the lyrics. This bitch don't know about Pangea. And then the way he gets into like there are infinite galaxies, and they have that whole back and forth and that conversation. I have listened to that more times than I'd like to admit, just to think about the fact that he is so right when he's talking about like you can't possibly think that we are the only people to be walking around.
Yeah.
There are infinite galaxies, the universe, there's so much going on. Open up your brains, people.
Like when they have in that same video when it's the dinosaurs and the like people. It's like why can't dinosaurs and people? And then gods up in the sky like we go hard on Earth.
Right.
It's
And John
this
C.
whole-
Riley comes
Yeah,
out. Yes.
That video is one of the most creative videos. Speaking of lyrical genius, I think Lil Dicky is like one of the greatest
so good.
as far as just rhyming and bringing relevance and also saying shit that rhymes and makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, he's so smart. But yeah, I feel that exact same way about the universe. What was I watching yesterday? Oh, I rewatched the Black Mirror episode. Do you guys watch Black Mirror?
No.
There's an episode. You do? Did you see the one? It's
Are there
got
new ones?
no, not recently. I just rewatch it all the time because I'm a psycho. There's one episode where it's this guy. He works for a tech company that created this game, and he like basically created the game himself. And he's obsessed with this show called Space Fleet. It's essentially Star Trek, and he created an entire universe. And he was like taking DNA samples from his coworkers and putting them into this game and like torturing them in this game. But they're in space the whole time, and so it had me. They're like on a spaceship, going to landing on Mars and shit. And it had me thinking like, are there maps in space? How do they get places? Like they were like, all right, let's go here. I'm like, how, if you look out in space, there aren't any roads. There's not direction of any kind. How
floating.
do you get?
You're floating.
You're floating.
So crazy.
How do you get anywhere? Like I know that there are engines and things. You
They're
can
like,
steer.
whoa.
There is a way to like travel through space actually with purpose, but how do you know where you're going? Like how do you know?
You don't.
You don't.
I think
guess
you
you
just.
don't.
I guess the planets are so big you can say.
And that's
but
why
even
we
the
don't
planets-
know as
the
much as
planets
we
are
should
so
know
far
because
away from
people
each
don't know
other.
where they're going.
How
Yeah, they're,
far
like, crazy
away
far away
is
from each
Mars from Earth? Like I feel like you can't even see. Oh, it's 205.58 million miles. You can't see that far away. But how do you even know to head in that direction? And not even just the planets, because I feel like the planets are kind of easy. But what if you're heading towards like other shit? I don't know. They have space stations all over the place up there. There's infinite room in space.
Can you imagine? What do you think the equivalent of being on space is and you're like bouncing around all floaty? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What is that equivalent to? I'm thinking of like a real life thing where you're just like
Trampoline. Kind
not a
of.
trampoline.
Oh, like a moon bounce?
Like
Maybe
when
Those are
like
really
a moon
fun.
bounce.
been on Tower Terror?
Yes.
Oh, I
Like that
love
1
Tower
second
Terror.
of drop when you're like
I love
floating.
that
You're like,
feeling.
Oh, when you're
and your heart
floating in
drops?
the air
Yeah.
and you're kind of like.
I love that feeling so much.
Me too.
We have to stop talking about rides because I
wanna go on
fucking
rides
need to
so
get to an
bad.
amusement park
I've been on a ride kit.
so bad. But what would it take for you to, and I feel like this is just an easy question, but I think there's a lot of layers to it, to go to space? Because it's a lot of travel and you don't know if you're coming back down. You could go to space and never return home. Would you still take that risk?
have nothing
Actually,
to
Maria,
lose.
did you know that it only takes 8.5 minutes to get to space from Earth? You're in orbit in 8.5 minutes.
You guys ever watched the video of that guy who jumped from space?
Yes.
Insane.
Red
I
Bull?
watched
Yeah.
that live. It was the craziest thing.
Why
It's
did they
nuts.
tell me
Yeah.
growing up it took 2 weeks to get to space?
It's because they're liars. It probably took 2 weeks back then, maybe.
To like maybe get to the moon. I don't know. Like
Oh yeah. Like if you're getting somewhere to
Oh,
get
it was
into
the moon.
to get into space and
Oh,
be
it's
able
the
to
moon.
see
It's
the
probably
Earth
the
from the
moon.
outside, it takes 8.5 minutes to get up there. I found that out this morning. I thought it was crazy.
So that's just that's like quicker than going to
That's quicker
my
than
apartment
getting an Uber
home.
home.
I know that's faster.
Yeah.
Faster than my Uber home.
So I could just whoop, go right up to. Oh,
Apparently,
I'm up there.
So
But like
that's
you
the
said,
thing.
you might
I
not
think
come
with
back
the
Right. Is that a risk you want to take?
I have nothing to lose.
there you go.
Big.
Big. Yeah, I
Nothing?
have nothing
Your
to lose.
dog?
She's got my parents.
Your boyfriend?
He's young.
I mean, space. You know what I mean? He'll find someone else. It's space, you know?
Yeah.
Also,
that'd be
though,
a crazy story for him to have. Be like,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
friend just died in a rocket.
She might not even be
Yeah.
dead. She's still up there somewhere.
Oh my God, that's a crazy TV show.
Yeah. And imagine we had such strong love. He was still like trying to send messages to space to find me.
And you were communicating through space, and
Yeah.
then the season finale is he ends up in space.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we live.
But
we're
you
the
tell
first
no,
people
but
on
you
Mars.
tell him you don't want to be with him,
You
and
have
now
the-
he's
you have the
stuck in
first-
space.
Oh, forever.
no, but maybe you have the first baby in space. What's better, first baby in space or breakup in space? I feel like first baby
ever.
is better.
First-
But then we go our different ways, and then the baby lives in space.
Then it's a space baby.
Yeah.
First space
The
baby.
space baby.
It has a passport international.
The show
Wow.
Space Baby.
Space baby. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
I love the name.
genius.
Yeah.
I love the name.
Oh my
I think-
God! Sometimes when the ideas get flowing, you're
Yeah.
like,
I
I'm
know.
a genius.
How
I think the amount of time it takes to get places, Noah said, I think it does take like 2 weeks to go to the moon or something like that. Those kind of trips, like I wouldn't want to go to, Jupiter when it'll take you 6 years to get there or some bullshit. Like I don't want to do that. I would do it, but I wouldn't necessarily want to do that. I really just want to go up there and float around a little bit. Like I'm cool not like I would maybe like to drive past a planet real quick or just like the moon really. I think I'd be okay with. There's a couple I just want to see some stuff.
Because
but
I feel like all the good stuff and all the crazy aliens that no one can ever find, they're like light years away. So
Oh.
you can't even find them.
funny you say that as well. I looked up what is 1 light year equals 5.88 trillion miles is 1 light year.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
We're not finding any aliens.
That's not even a
Everybody
number that I
loses
can
me when we talk
process.
about metrics.
It's crazy. It's
or
crazy.
any
Trillion, that's big.
any sort of
How many miles
number,
is it to
distance,
LA? Like,
whatever.
Put this in
Here,
perspective
okay.
for Rhea.
Let's
I'm an
see. NYC
idiot.
Like-
to LA.
To LA, this is how many miles it is. So then think about that.
Straight up, you
in
guys should
relation.
have seen me in like science class, math class growing up. These are
Okay.
things I can't comprehend sometimes.
Here's New York to LA is 2,789 miles. Okay?
New York to LA is 2,000. Okay.
It's like around 2,800 miles is
Okay.
New York to LA. 5.88 trillion miles is one light year.
Holy fuck.
Trillion.
I know.
Trillion.
Oh my god!
You
It,
can't
it
even-
takes 6 hours to
You
get to
can't
LA.
even. That's what I'm saying.
How
You
long
can't
would that?
even.
That's years.
And then that's even so. That's one light year. It's like a quarter of a light year from Earth to Mars. It's like a hop, skip, and a jump. It's only 205 million from Earth to Mars.
That's
so
still very long.
Billion, trillion. Imagine how long one light year. It's literally like a third of a light year to get to Mars.
It
doesn't seem that bad.
10,000. It's like 10,500 miles to get to Australia, and that takes a whole day. And it's
Yeah.
only 10,000
On a
miles.
plane.
On a plane.
So what is 10? See, this is where the math loses me.
No, I'm
now
with you on the
somebody
math.
do
I got the
somebody
numbers
do
for
this
Google,
for
that's
me.
all I
Now
know.
hear me out.
Okay.
So you have the 2,000 whatever miles. How many miles is it? Millions.
From Earth to Mars.
Yeah.
205 million.
205 million. And then you got the 10,000 to Australia. It takes one day. So we can figure out that math somehow. I just
Although,
don't know
like,
how.
you're going to
205
be going
million.
faster
Oh, yeah.
to Mars. Like, you're not
Yeah.
taking a Delta flight to Mars.
If you were to take
True.
a Delta flight to Mars, what would it be?
It would take forever. That is math past my expertise.
Is it 200 and
205 hours. 2 million?
205 hours?
It'd be
No
it'd
way.
be like 100,000.
I mean, that's
at
pretty
least.
long. In the
This
air.
is so hard for me.
205
205
hours?
That's how many days?
I don't
is
even know
that?
if that's true. Even is that true?
Even if that was
I can't
true,
even
that's a lot
fact
of
check
days.
anybody.
Oh my God, the math is hurting me. People are listening to this who are mathematicians
No, they're gonna be so
are
pissed.
so pissed.
My
I'm
dad somewhere
just-
is shaking his head. He hates. I'm so bad. I'm also bad at math. I only know these numbers because I'm googling them.
I'm
and
so
I'm just
bad.
saying them with gusto.
R.I.P. that pussy.
Hey, I've
know
cheated
that?
on like every math test I've
Yeah.
ever taken in my
Yeah.
life.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much
yeah.
same. Do you know
I was
that?
in special
Do you know what happens?
needs math, pretty much, actually.
It's big of you to come forward and say that.
Yeah.
I switched to special needs math my junior
I was
year.
in the worst one. Like,
Yeah.
the one that people made fun of.
Yeah, no. Like, I was there. There was really special
Bottom
needs
tier.
people in my
That's
class.
why we're all here now. We're creative people. We can't waste
I
our
was the
time
best
with
in my
numbers.
class, though. So
Exactly. Whatever. It's
Somebody's
got
gotta be the best somewhere.
it's got to be the best. And
It's
it was
all about
me.
perspective.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what happens to a body in space without a spacesuit? Like, say you're
Disintegrates?
sorta. So say you like
Veins blow up.
jump out of the ship and you're not wearing anything.
Raw
your
dogging
body
space.
freezes and then it cracks and breaks apart like porcelain.
Like you're a vampire. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Isn't that
That's
nuts?
kind of
I
wanna
fucking
see
sick
that.
though.
It's kind of awesome, I think.
Yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
throwing your worst enemy off of a spaceship and
Oh, it'd be
seeing him.
And then
Amazing.
like it's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Right.
They crack and just
Yeah.
Is it instant? Or,
Yeah.
like, would you feel like, oh my God? Like,
It's
bet it's
instant
like,
from what I
that
read.
might be the way I want to go out. That might be my new way.
Jumping out of
I go to space
particles
instead
in
of
space. That
yeah.
would be kind of cool.
Well, I guess that's considered killing yourself, but I
sure.
think it would
in a fantastic way.
in an awesome way.
yeah.
But by the time that happens, what's the thing going on right now? Assisted suicide, when people are like about to die or they're sick or they're whatever, or they're ready to
What do
die.
you mean
Like,
right now,
why
that's
can't they?
always been.
No, but it's becoming like legal more.
It's
Like you can do it in Oregon
polarizing.
now. It's very
Whoa,
polarizing.
what?
You can do it in Oregon. Yeah, you, can do
help
it in.
your friend kill themselves?
If you are terminally ill or you're
Oh.
like old or you whatever, you can have or you can sign up for assisted suicide. I don't know all the specs on it. I know
Like that
it's
movie,
legal
You Before
though.
Me or Me Before You?
I learned this in
Is that?
religion class. I think that is a movie that you're talking about.
is, yeah.
And I in my senior year of high school in religion, we watched some movie and we had all these definitions about this, and it was like basically, if you, like she said, if you're sick in the hospital, you can sign off on a family member being like, pull the plug.
that's
that
different.
too, but no, that's different than that's different than like
That's
there
like
was a
if you're
girl.
unconscious.
The thing I was talking about, there was a girl who's the girl? Let's see, girl assisted.
This is like, you know, you're going to die and you
suicide.
don't want to go through everything and you're just going to end it today.
Brittany Maynard, that's her thing.
Oh.
That was her name. She, an American activist with terminal cancer, decided she would end her own life. She was an advocate for the legalization of assisted death. Sorry, it's not assisted suicide.
Okay. 'Cause
assisted
Yeah.
death.
I googled that. And
So,
I'm gonna end up on a
but what
bad
they do is they essentially, you know, they
Yeah, no, I
they
know. I
kill
got,
you. You
yeah.
know? It's
Wow,
wild.
that's deep.
So yeah, so maybe by the time you want to do that, it'll be cool. You know
Sure,
what I
yeah,
mean?
and
That's
someone
where I
can
was
fly
going
you
with
up.
that.
That could be your Make-A-Wish. I want to die in
Exactly.
space.
Yeah, but potentially. I don't know. You know, maybe I just want to go the natural route, see where life takes me. But if I'm feeling like I'm about done here,
Yeah.
maybe I'll get to space
And
and
Elon
jump.
Musk is having like a sale on tickets to space. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Oh,
You can do it in New Jersey,
That's what I'm
so
saying.
it's not that far.
I feel like that's happening. You know what I mean? Like I feel
don't
like
wanna go to
in
New-
our
I don't
lifetimes
wanna
we'll be
die
able
in
to
New
buy a
Jersey.
ticket to space.
I don't want anybody to assist me in my death unless I'm in space. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to
Yeah.
just go to New Jersey. What? Bree, you lost me there.
Like, you could go to New Jersey to sign the papers, and then they fly you up. Because space is basically New Jersey.
But who
Space
needs
is
to pull the?
everything.
But nobody needs to pull the plug on me. I'm doing it myself.
Well, yeah, you don't qualify for this.
No, I know. That's why it's out of the picture.
You gotta get terminally ill or something. You'll.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, all
You'll get
jokes
there.
here. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But
Did
I
you
do want to go
know-
to space.
Did you also know that there were dark ages of space? I was looking up a lot of space shit, by the way. In case you can't tell.
No, I mean that doesn't surprise me that there would be dark
What
ages
does-
of space.
So
I feel like
after-
space is just one long dark age.
After the Big Bang, which by the fucking way, I Googled the Big Bang Theory so I could refresh myself on like, you know, 4th grade science. The first result is the fucking show. The first
course.
result. Before
The show
the
is
actual
massive.
Big Bang, the start of the universe, the show trumps that on Google.
Wait, the
That's
first
insane.
result? Oh my
First result is the
God.
Big Bang Theory, an American sitcom. I'm like, fuck, I hate that show, so I'm extra mad about it.
I hate
I
that show more.
hate it.
I haven't really watched any of that show.
Have you ever watched
would
those
hate
videos where they take the laugh track off? It's like
No,
the
but-
worst thing you'll ever see.
It's not funny. It's just not. My
Sheldon
grandparents
is-
love it. I will say. I don't know how they like it because my grandpa's smart, and I'm like, Grandpa, you like this?
It's very polarizing. The people that like it, I'm like, I don't know if I like you.
My
Exactly.
dad told me
Yeah.
he got into a fight with my uncle because my dad would always talk about how much he loves The Office and think The Office is so funny. And then my uncle told him that he thought Big Bang Theory was better. And my dad was like, oh no. My dad was going off.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. Honestly, that's a
I
disgusting
know.
statement. Big Bang Theory is the fucking worst. Anyway, so I looked it up to kind of give myself a refresher, and it went Big Bang Theory, and then it was the Dark Ages, which made me think of like, oh, Dark Ages on Earth. But it was just like there weren't any stars or anything. It was just black nothingness, and over time, the stars started popping up, and so now, as time goes on, more and more stars. So we're at like the brightest point of the universe so
It's
far,
crazy, but
which
then
is
when
kind of
you
nice to
it,
think
it's like,
about.
how does anyone even know all of this?
That's
It's
a great
so
question.
crazy.
People-
The space gives me anxiety to think about. The universe, so big and huge, and we're just little.
It's kind of like the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 10
Worse,
times
worse.
A
You
You
million
think
times
space
worse.
is way scarier, right?
Yeah.
Way scarier.
Not
Also,
even scarier, just like endless and like I can't think about it because I
There's
don't
more
know any
unknowns.
answers.
Well,
Yeah.
because also at least in the ocean, you know which kind of animals you're working with. You've heard a lot about
Yeah,
them. You've heard
yeah.
about sharks and whales and
And-
all that
and it's
shit.
attainable for us to go to the ocean.
Exactly. Whereas space, you have no idea what kind of monster could pop out of there.
not a clue.
Crazy monsters, real monsters.
Real
life
monsters, or like other people, like
Yeah,
other
other humans,
aliens, other
yeah.
people. Like we're not even. I feel like that's not even a thing. People talk about aliens all the time or whatever. Was I talking to you guys about that movie Another Earth that I'm obsessed with? I haven't seen it in a while. I got to see it again. But it's called Another Earth, and it's these people are living their lives, and then on one day suddenly the Earth splits, and they can see, as if they're seeing the moon, they can see another Earth, and they're like, "What the fuck is that Earth over there?" So finally they start figuring it out. They send people over there. They realize on that day that it split, it made an exact copy of the Earth and continued on in like a different way. So it's all the
Oh,
same
yeah,
people,
you
all the
told
same
us about
lives,
that.
whatever. But if like one thing didn't happen, or if this day didn't happen, that's what's happening. And so there's like a raffle or something to win to try to get to go to the other Earth and like see your other self and see your other life. And people are having this crisis, like, oh, do I want to see what happened? And I feel like I don't want to spoil it, but it's very
I
good.
actually might watch that.
It's a really, really good movie. But I forgot what I was saying before that. I don't remember.
just how
You
crazy
guys
the universe.
watch Interstellar?
Other people.
Interstellar's a
just in
good
general.
one.
That
too.
fucks with my
Yeah.
head.
Interstellar's
like
crazy.
the time thing is
The
the craziest
time,
thing.
that's how
Yeah.
crazy the time is. He comes back
That was the
younger than
scary-
his daughter.
Well, when he came back,
nuts.
remember they got stuck in the water, and then they went back up,
Yeah.
and the guy was like 30 years
Yeah.
older or whatever. That's
It was
scary.
so
That's
scary.
so
Have
insane.
you seen Interstellar, Rhea?
No.
Matthew
you should.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey, it's good.
I should watch
Smoke
that.
and watch that. It's like 3 hours long, but it's awesome.
I should watch that.
Space is something that I can't think of. Like how you guys feel about the ocean, I feel that way about space. Like I'm so interested in it, but I'm horrified of it because I'm like, there's what the fuck is there? Like what the hell is out there? There's
Will we ever know?
we'll never know. There's a TikTok account.
If we live long enough,
that
I feel
TikToks
like
from
potentially.
space.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Also, we went to space for the first time in our lifetimes. Like, well, we weren't even born yet, but it was, in this century. It was the first time we ever went to space.
Right, we're just not there yet.
Right. Nobody
We're
knows
just not
shit.
advanced yet.
It's insane. Have you seen
Do
those?
you believe that they landed on the moon?
I do. But I feel like, the arguments that can be made otherwise are pretty compelling. I think like, oh yeah, that makes sense too. But I believe, like why would you lie? And we're there now,
I
so what does it really
believe,
matter?
But also people are like, why haven't they gone back?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought that they
wouldn't you
have
go
gone back. Isn't there a space station like floating around the moon?
not like on the moon.
But there's not people on it.
Yeah, no one's like on the moon.
No one's on
The space station just like
stations.
Floats
floating.
around, I guess,
Yeah.
huh?
It just like observes things.
Interesting.
What if they just didn't like what they saw there?
well, it's just a big rock. I say it's just a big floating rock.
Right.
One day maybe it'll come catapulting to the earth and we'll all be saved.
Those type of conspiracies I don't really get into or have gotten into because when I'm told something in school like, oh, these people landed on the moon. Okay, sounds good. And I
Yeah.
just never thought about otherwise. But I guess there are arguments to be made to question literally anything anybody
Everything.
talks about. So
Absolutely. I have two more things. One, did you see those TikToks from space?
no.
There's a like a space TikTok account and
like
it's
I have.
astronauts in space and they just send video, whatever their video stream is with whatever, and then they've turned them into TikToks. It's fascinating.
How
to
many
see.
people are running around space right now?
A lot, apparently, based on those TikToks. There's like 10 people up there, like
like prison
just doing
talk?
TikToks. Kinda, yeah. No. It's like a verified account. It's a whole thing. But it's whatever live feeds are doing, and they have cameras you can see only because you can see the reflection in their like whatever the fuck they're wearing, helmets, and it's like a huge camera that looks really legit and probably so expensive, and they're like holding it basically like a selfie stick with like the earth in the background doing shit like that, and then they turn them into hilarious TikToks like with trends and stuff. It's very funny.
I have
wish
to
could-
get on this
It
account.
might just be like Planet Earth or something.
I know what
I'll
I'm
look it
doing.
up.
Look for
I know what I'm doing for 3 hours tonight in bed.
That's what I did a couple weeks ago. It was just literally 3
I'll be up
hours.
all night.
And then my last thing will transition us into underwear. Do you know how astronauts pee in space and use the restroom in space? It's very difficult because if you try, you can't pee in space because the water like beads and will just float around. So like say you're trying to pee and like a little bead of it gets out, it's like unhealthy for the air and everything. And same when you have to like poop or whatever. And so they have a space bathroom vacuum.
Do you just suck it out of them?
Yes, they it's like a
What?
This is a picture. It doesn't actually look that great, but it's like a toilet that you like hold yourself down on and it sucks while you go to the bathroom. And so it like gets it all, but you have to kind of like mold your ass to it.
Drop down to it.
So
probably.
nothing gets out.
I don't like this.
Isn't
I'm
that
not going
crazy?
to space. The thought
Because-
of getting a little particle of my pee or the
No,
other
it's
thing
crazy.
out and about.
It's crazy.
Isn't
And
that
the reason
same thing
I
with a fart,
Floating
too?
shit.
If you fart, I feel like doesn't it?
the wind,
it-
I
it
guess.
gets-
Ew, I
like
have
a
no
bubble or
idea.
something? I don't
But the reason this is a good transition
Imagine
is
you have a fart
because
bubble and
one of the
Seems
women
so difficult.
one of the women, I guess, who went up there. Here it says, the launch was delayed for over 3 hours after Shepard climbed into the rocket. Eventually, he asked if he could exit the rocket to pee. Instead of wasting more time, Mission Control concluded that Shepard could safely pee inside his spacesuit. The first American in space went up in damp underwear. Because it's like you just gotta
Oh my god.
it's too much to like get out and do whatever. Imagine that. Imagine you're living your whole life. You're this established, distinguished astronaut, and you're finally going to space. You're the first motherfucker in space, and you have to pee your pants before you can get there.
Oh, peeing,
Sucks.
peeing your pants is always embarrassing.
It's always
no matter
embarrassing.
Who you are,
Always.
you will get made fun of for peeing your
That
pants.
sucks.
You can't pee your pants. Yeah.
I'm always gonna think
unless
about
you voluntarily, like when Big Cat and PFT used to stand in the office and be pissed dogs, and they would say, "Oh, we're gonna
hated
piss our
that.
pants," and
I
then they would
hated
do
it.
that.
I was mind blown when Rhea told me that.
Yeah,
Did
Brie
you see
had
the videos?
no idea.
The videos are worth watching.
Just because we were watching a video where somebody did that, and I was like, "Oh, PFT and
Milk
Big
Boys
Cat."
did it, yeah.
I was like, "Big Cat and PFT used to do that in the middle of the office." She was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, they called themselves the Piss Dogs." And
Piss
then
Dogs.
they
That's
would
hilarious, though.
Yeah,
They would
I-
hold a microphone up to their like penises while peeing. The videos are ridiculous.
Yeah, they
They're
would just
ridiculous.
pee right on the
I have a
spot.
lot to watch tonight.
Yeah, you do.
But anyway, this happened in 1961. Alan Shepard peed his pants, went to space.
Oh, sorry, Alan.
Yeah, sorry
Mr.
about it.
PP pants.
Big time PP pants.
Alan
PP
PP
space
pants.
pants.
PP astronaut.
Yeah, he's the PP astronaut for good now.
Embarrassing for Alan Shepard.
When did you guys transition from regular underwear to thongs?
Pretty early.
7th grade.
I was
I
like
think I got
fifth
my
grade.
first thong.
I was 5th grade, but I'm one of those
Maybe
people
6th.
that sees panty lines and hates them. Like I fucking hate panty lines. And even in the 5th grade, I was like, I won't have that. Like I would see it on other girls, and I would see like guys kind of commenting on it or other people kind of talking shit. And I was like, no, that can never happen to me. I'm getting thongs immediately.
Your mom let you get thongs? In
No,
5th grade?
I bought them and I hid them in my room and I hand washed them
How
for
do
a
you
long
buy
time.
them as a 10-year-old?
Where'd you get the funds?
I wasn't 10. I was 5th grade. I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, but how do you buy them at 12 or 13?
Not
Wait, 5th
13
grade.
in 5th grade. You're
I
10 years old.
sorry. No, I'm not. I was not 10.
You turned 11 in
No, I
in
didn't.
5th grade.
I turned
You held back 4 grades?
2001, 2002. No, I was 12.
So you weren't in
Kelly,
5th
you
grade.
were not 12 in 5th grade. I won't let this
I'm
go
literally
by.
telling you right now. That's exactly
People
what
are
it was.
12 in 5th grade? You were 12
No,
in 5th grade?
because you're.
I was 10 in
I
5th grade.
turned.
Because when you go into
Most
high
people
school
are
and
13 in 7th grade.
yeah,
I turned
'cause
13.
When you
I'm
go
old.
into
I'm old
ninth-
for my grade. I
Okay.
turned 13 the beginning of 7th grade. I turned 13.
So how are you 12 in
So
5th
you were 12
grade?
in 5th grade, and you turned.
No, I
13.
turned.
2 years later.
Wait a minute. I'm
Get your
thinking
story
about it.
right.
It's definitely 5th grade though, because that's my bad influence friend. That's the only reason. That's my
Type
marker.
in, how old are you
turned
in
It was
5th
9/11
grade?
also.
6th grade.
My birthday
Yeah,
is
so I
you were
might
at
have-
11
so I
You're
might have been
14
6th
in
grade.
9th grade. You're 14.
No, I was
Probably
15.
sixth
I was
grade.
15
Or-
in 9th grade.
maybe you're.
You were 16 in 9th grade.
No, 15.
Oh.
Well, I know.
It might have been 6th grade, not 5th grade, because I'm remembering 5th grade was 9/11, and I didn't have thongs. I don't think yet.
Either way, how did you afford? No matter if it was 5th grade,
We went to
6th
the
grade,
mall.
7th grade.
We went to the mall, and I got an allowance. I
yeah,
worked.
your allowance.
I did some bullshit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering how you.
My grandparents gave me money all the time.
I was
Yeah, that
scared
makes
to buy
sense.
my
Slip me
first thong.
20s.
Put it on the Victoria's Secret counter. That was embarrassing. I
Mine
was
weren't even
scared.
from Victoria's Secret. They were from like
Kohl's.
no, like Wet Seal.
Oh,
like places like
yeah.
that. Like I was not at Victoria's
Scandalous.
Secret. That, first of all, it was very expensive at Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret. And Wet Seal, I think they were like $6, and they were the cheapest, shittiest material. And I remember buying 5. It might have been like 5 for 20 or something like that. And I remember 3 of them were like G strings straight up.
Oh,
and
damn.
so I had them. It was definitely 6th grade. Now I'm thinking about it, because now I'm like I would go to Aeropostale and then also Wet Seal across the street. And then I would hand wash them because I was too afraid to put them in the wash for my mom to see. And then finally, I went to my grandparents' house and I brought them there. I don't know why. And my Nana saw them and said nothing, just washed them and like folded them nicely. And I was like, this is how I wish things could be. And then I just stopped and I figured like my mom's never going to actually bring it up. And she didn't. So I just worked them into the rotation and then it was fine.
Nice.
It wasn't that big
Imagine
of a deal.
6th grade Kelly hand washing her thongs in the sink.
in the
Yeah.
in the sink of the bathroom.
I had a hot pink thong. No, this is exact. I've told the story before. A hot pink thong that I would like lean over my seat for people behind me. That was 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Tilt jeans. Me and my tilt jeans. I was a
Nice.
big whore.
My thong story was explosive. I didn't start wearing thongs until
Don't say something embarrassing.
Oh no. Please. If you
It's
say
gonna
like
be-
18, I'll kill you.
no, not
Okay.
18. It's going to be kind of embarrassing, but I had sex in the same year, so I feel like it's okay. When I was in 10th grade, I started wearing thongs,
You
which
were
is
that
really
dumpy with
late.
panty lines for that long.
That's crazy.
Well, listen. Well, no, okay.
We had
The
a uniform.
The timeline, yes, I was in a uniform.
Also
but the
true.
timeline is very confusing because I remember the reason I never even bought my own thongs. I was like afraid to ask my mom. I would steal my sister's thongs and I would wear them because I started having a boyfriend. So I was like, I need to be wearing thongs. And then my sister one day blew up my spot in my kitchen and was like, Maria keeps stealing all my thongs, and the only reason why she's wearing thongs now is because she has a boyfriend, like in front of my mom and my dad.
Oh,
Bitchy.
And I was
So bitchy.
so embarrassed. But then that Christmas, which was like 3 months after, my mom hooked me up with all like Victoria's Secret thongs.
Cute.
And like, she was like, why wouldn't you just fucking say something, you weirdo? Like, you've just been taking your sister's thongs. I was like, I don't know. I used to take my underwear and like make them into thongs when
Yeah.
I'd wear them with pants.
Yeah, of course.
So I was a little behind on the thong
That's-
wearing.
I'm
But like I said,
surprised
had
by
sex
that.
in the same year, so I feel like I moved fast after that.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised by that only because you had an older sister. Like I was afraid to do everything because nobody did it before me. So I was like, I hid everything I ever did, you know? But I'm surprised that your sister wasn't like, you should wear some thongs with those pants. Also, at the time that I got thongs, the most popular style of pant were pocketless in the back. Like there was no like whenever I reference tilt jeans, you know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
They're like light wash, PacSun. They had like the top seam, you know, but no back pockets. Like that was the look.
I know what you're talking
everywhere.
about.
Yoga
now,
pants
yeah.
were huge when I first
Yoga
got
pants,
them.
hardtails
The
and
Hollister
solos.
ones with like
Hardtails and solos were the
Picture
only
me
pants
with
anybody
Hollister
wore.
yoga
I don't want to.
No.
yoga pants on with my fucking panty
No,
on.
it's so embarrassing, honestly. But here's the thing too, like I said, I would just see other girls doing it and being like, no, I cannot look like that. That's the only reason why. I can't let anybody talk shit about me behind my back in that way.
Yeah. What about guy underwear? Because I feel like we've gone into this debate plenty of times before in the office. Boxers versus briefs. Team briefs all the way.
Team briefs.
Everyone should be team briefs always.
A billion times.
Everybody should be team briefs, but unfortunately, we know some people who are still wearing boxers.
Aren't your balls hanging out?
And he's, Noah's sitting in the room. He's
Yeah,
still wearing
he's just
boxers.
chuckling over there, but it's like
Last time this came up, we were on radio, and I remember like by the time radio was over, I was like in a really bad mood. I was like,
We won't do
upset.
it again.
Like, just so much
I don't
shame.
Care. I don't care anymore. I'm like, I'm now a proud boxer wearer.
You're a proud-
Then
Wow.
you kind of exposed me like on radio, and I didn't even know it was a bad thing.
Do you still only wear boxers?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
I don't own.
crazy.
I
You know
don't
what I
own.
like?
I can't look no one in the
That
face.
confidence from you.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
when
'Cause,
she
like,
asked
you're not
you
gonna shame
only
me into
no.
wearing something else.
No, don't let anyone.
Don't let anybody shame you. I mean, we would prefer if everyone
That's kind
wore
of like
briefs,
Yeah.
but
I feel like my free the nip movement.
Yeah.
that's you,
Free
just
the
with your
balls.
balls, dick and balls out. Okay, all right, Noah. All right, I will support you and only you in your free the balls and dick movement.
Holy
I will support you and only you.
That
Everyone
was
else
really funny.
needs to get briefs. And when we say briefs, we mean like boxer briefs, the ones with the shorts, not tighty whities. Like tighty whities, no. Honestly though, I even think tighty whities are better than boxers. Like I
That's
think
crazy.
boxers are fucking nuts. Every
If
time I
you
see
met a
boxers,
guy
they
and
are
he's wearing
always
tighty
plaid.
whities,
They are always plaid boxers, no matter what, or have something on them. Like they to me remind me of like high school in a bad way.
you know what I can get behind though? Boxer briefs.
That's what I'm saying. Boxer briefs.
that is the
are
argument, though.
That's the.
Well, because I feel like some briefs are different than boxer briefs. Whereas
You
like,
think?
yeah. Like I
No,
feel
but
like
I don't think most people wear boxer briefs.
boxer briefs, yes.
Some people say briefs are tighty whities. Like if you were to say,
Right,
that's why I
right.
said I wanted to clarify. Like tighty whities are their own category, exclusively reserved for like grandparents and dads. Like those are the only people
Boxer
that
briefs
wear.
are what we like, right?
Boxer
Yeah,
briefs are
boxer
what we
briefs are the
like,
good
yes.
kind. Yeah.
So like, what is the main argument against boxers? I would just like to know.
It just
They look sloppy.
It looks sloppy. It looks like you're kiddish, and
It's
It
juvenile.
also just
Yeah, it's
thinking about.
I just think they don't make sense
Yeah.
and they don't serve a purpose.
Right, I'm just
Yeah.
like for you to be fully comfortable. Don't you feel like it's annoying to have your boxers like bunch up when you put shorts on or whatever because there's extra fabric getting in the way? Where if
It
they were
doesn't
like
really
close
bunch up, like-
attached,
It's
to
like
your
you're wearing
body.
a pair of shorts under your pants. That's like
Yes.
I've put on men's boxers before and been like, how do people now put pants on top of this?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
You like slide it down one time. Like after you put your pants on, just slide it down, and that's it.
I don't know, Noah.
Seems like
this is a
unnecessary
crazy
work
one.
that you wouldn't have to be doing if you wore boxer briefs.
Also, boxer
would
briefs
hate
are
that.
flattering. They're just they make you look good. They show off
What
your
is
butt a little
that?
bit. They show off like
You're not gonna see that through your pants.
No. But if you're with ladies,
Just like, yeah, I guess. But like,
Well, I was making fun of people earlier in the office who were also wearing boxers, and I was saying girls are talking shit about you behind your back, and you don't even know it. That's what I said.
Here's the thing. I feel like I wouldn't. It's because we've had this conversation that it makes me think about it. But if we've never talked about this before and a guy pulled down his pants and was wearing boxers, I'm not quite sure in my head at the moment, I would be like, ew, boxers.
Oh no, I'm not saying
No.
anything at the moment, but in the harsh light of day, the next day when you see them like get up and they're wearing boxers, it's like, ugh, really?
Like crusty boxers.
Yes, they're just. Oh, why are they always seeming like they're crusty? They always are. Like
It always
they just
seems like
seem
guys'
crusty.
underwears are crusty.
Right, they're just gross.
Because
but here's
they get bunched
Mine are
up.
fresh.
Noah's are fresh, but
One
I
day,
believe you.
that's it. They're in the
crunkled
laundry.
up. Like if you get up and then like they're all crunkled up and the balls are hanging out, it's like they
That's
look
what I mean,
crusty
it's
even though they're
weird.
not.
Just not what happens. Like
I think
that-
we're just
I don't believe
envisioning
you.
of all of this.
yeah,
I don't believe you.
everything stays in. Like
I do not believe that. However, should we tell? Actually, no. I know for a fact that that's not true. Noah, should I tell the story of that my own story without names?
without names.
Obviously, without
Yeah.
names. So,
I was like, well, I don't know where
come
you're
on.
going with this.
No, without names. So a couple of years ago, I was hanging out with some friends, and we went back to our friend's apartment. And this is a mutual friend that Rhea and I have. And we went back to my friend's apartment, and we were going to hang out, drink a little bit more. The mutual friend that we have was already there, hooking up with someone, and had run out of the room into the living room where we all were when we got there, not realizing we
I
were
was
there.
not there, by the
she
way.
was not
This
there.
is
No, it was
Kelly's
just me. Just me. He came running out, looking around, and was like, "Oh shit! I didn't know you guys were here. I was just running into this other room, gonna look for a condom or something." But he was wearing nothing but boxers. And instead of doing that, he came and sat on the couch with us for a little while. And they were like white, but they weren't really white, because white boxers never look white. They're gross. They're crusty. He sat down on the couch and his balls fell out of his boxers. And I, after a night of drinking, was like, "Hey, your balls are out." And we're not like that. Like, we're not friends like that, me and this person. And I was like, "Your balls are out right here in my
This is
face."
making me nauseous.
So since then, I'm out on boxers.
I mean, yeah, you couldn't sit down in boxers like that. Yeah,
You could
It's
sit down in
kinda like-
briefs.
well, no, it's kind of like if we were walking around with our underwear, right? And we sat down on the couch, you'd see a flap.
I don't. Well, depending on the underwear. If I'm wearing like real tiny underwear, but no, I don't think a flap's
I feel
coming.
like
A flap.
A flap
could
is
come
a flap could easily come out.
Not like these balls. Nothing like these balls.
Balls are just so in your
maybe
face,
a
though,
side
in
of a flap,
general.
like a half flap,
Yeah,
maybe.
a half lip.
Yeah, a little bit of lip.
A little bit of lip. But
Nothing
it's
like
because
these
balls
balls.
are so aggressive.
They were. Ugh.
Ugh, filthy.
I can't with it. I was so upset.
That's
by
filthy.
it. Do you guys wear sexy underwear ever? Like, do you get dressed up? Do lingerie for men occasionally?
I'd like to say yes, but no.
I have
yeah.
some, but I never really.
Right, like I have it, but I've never been like, ooh, I'm gonna put this on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I feel like it's
actually,
weird.
maybe I have, but definitely not frequently.
No, certainly not frequently. I feel the same. I
feel
was on
pretty
a kick
confident
for a
in
while.
my choices of thongs anyway.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I feel
they could
thongs
be
are good
considered.
enough, yeah.
I agree. I feel like guys also don't care that much. I feel like in high school that was a big deal. I was always buying lingerie for my boyfriend because it felt mature for some reason. It was like, ooh, like I'm going over and I'm wearing lingerie. Like
Under
this
your
is crazy.
clothes?
Oh yeah. I was like, woo, this is crazy. And it was always well received. But now as an adult, I'm like, I don't have time for that. Like I don't.
Yeah,
nobody's
that's coming off anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the guys
It's
don't
coming
want
off-
to see you in the
They don't
lingerie.
even
They're
care.
like, get naked.
And the problem is like if you don't like freak out over my sexy lingerie enough, I'm gonna be like, well, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
And then
I
it's
wore this
awkward.
lingerie.
I
Why
paid
did-
$100 for this
Yes,
from
it's
Victoria's
expensive.
Secret.
What a fucking
I think
ripoff
it's like a
underwear is,
special
huh?
occasion thing, like
Totally.
lingerie. Like, ooh, anniversary, put on your lingerie.
Yeah, Valentine's
But if you're doing
Day.
it all the time, it's like, come on, you're
Yeah.
wasting money. Wasting money.
It's a
Wasting money.
complete waste
Yeah,
of money.
underwear is such a waste of money. Actually,
In general, it's a waste of money.
Why
It's
do we even
insane.
wear underwear?
I don't wear underwear. I stopped wearing underwear a year and a half ago.
Are you
All my-
wearing
me
it
and
right
all
now?
my friends stopped wearing underwear. No,
You just brought
went
that
through a
up
phase.
just now.
I know. Well, we
Yeah.
were talking about boxers.
We were
said
talking
that-
about
you said that
underwear. We're talking
recently.
I
about
said
thongs.
it on other episodes. I don't wear underwear.
Right
Yeah.
now in your jeans.
Yeah, no.
Coochie rubbing against the jean.
Yeah, you don't even notice.
Ow!
Thong is not even underwear, anyways. It doesn't even do anything.
Jeans. I went through a no underwear at all phase for like maybe 4 years, and then I got back on the underwear train.
I only
and
wear
now
no
I'll
underwear
wear-
when I run out of underwear.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm
Oh, that's
now
what
like
happened.
underwear.
I one day ran out of underwear, and then I was like, "This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing underwear anymore." And I said it to my friends, and they were like, "You still wear underwear?" I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
And now none of us wear underwear.
I would wear underwear with jeans.
What if you have like discharge or something?
It doesn't.
No?
It
I
will.
don't know. I don't know. It's
will.
been a year and a half.
Year and
Well,
a half?
if you're on your period, you wear underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course,
That's it.
must.
But discharge.
I don't know.
You're
You don't
you're
notice because
you're not a chargy.
I always notice it. It feels like I'm peeing my pants every time. I'm like, why does it feel like, what's wrong with my pants?
Right, like, do your
Yeah.
pants get wet at all?
No, I would put underwear.
Depends
on
the
if they
day.
did.
Good
It
for
depends
you.
on the day. You know what I will
So-
say? I will say to you guys, I've discovered because underwear is such a ripoff, and I own 1,000 of the like the lacy for Victoria's Secret, you know, like just the lace on the sides. Everywhere has that. I recently went on Amazon and I was like, I wonder if Amazon has like multi-packs of just like
must,
cotton
right?
thongs, like just like whatever, black, blah, blah, blah. And they sure did. And I got them. Fantastic. They're probably my favorite thongs I've ever had. They're just plain black
That's all you need.
cotton
I did that
thongs.
recently too. Black, tan, and white.
Yeah,
Nice.
fantastic.
Got the variety pack.
Yeah.
It was
Do
wonderful.
they have any like lace ones?
Oh, yeah.
Like packets?
They have a ton. They have a ton.
It's really a
I will
bargain.
never go back to Victoria's
Yeah,
Secret again.
there's wasting
It's
your
a
money.
waste
I
of
also
money,
bought
yeah.
a nice bra off Amazon. I felt weird buying those things off Amazon, but and I haven't
Amazon
bought them
has
since. But
everything.
it was really nice. I love my little white bra. It's lacy. You can kind of sometimes see it through my
I've gotten a
shirt
bra
purposefully.
off Amazon before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Oh,
nice.
so big of you guys.
I know, we're
So
crazy.
good.
Do either of you have like really expensive underwear, like La Perla or like what was the shit they
know
sold at
that
Nordstrom for
existed.
a while? They still do. The Hanky Panky, I think, is the like
Let me look up
Nordstrom
the world's
equivalent.
most expensive underwear.
Ooh, yeah, I would love to hear
It's got to
that
be
fact.
one of the Victoria's Secret jewel things that they wear
Oh,
at the fashion show, though,
like
you know?
like Adriana Lima's always wearing that
Right,
bra.
right.
Yeah. I feel like bras don't count. I mean, they count as underwear, but I don't know. I feel like
need-
underwear is
well,
underwear.
We don't need one.
You know what I mean?
I feel like you don't really need underwears or bras,
True.
but
Unless you got the big yitties.
If I had to
yeah,
choose,
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like they'll just
Big titties.
hurt your back.
that's
Right.
true. If I had to choose between the two for the rest of my life, a bra and underwear,
I'm going underwear.
I think I'm going underwear too.
100%.
Which is not
I
something I
don't
would
want to
say
wear a
before.
bra ever, but I have to because like we've talked about this before. I have to wear them
Yeah.
in public at the office, but I would wear
This
no bra if I could.
$30 million
What is it?
doesn't even cover anything.
Oh, that's crazy. The Susan Rosen diamond bikini. That's dumb.
Holy shit.
Nothing.
Stupid. Waste of money.
Nothing.
Who's wearing that for what? You know what I mean? Where are you
There's
going
like a
with that?
bunch and they're like all like that. Like they're
Well, that's
jeweled.
the
You
fan-
can't even
those are the
wear-
fantasy
they're all the
bras,
fantasy
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, those are all though.
There's like
ridiculous.
golden ones.
Yeah,
and-
you know what? That wasn't talked about enough when Victoria's Secret just millions of dollars of jewels on bras and underwear for
It's crazy.
no reason at all. For
they're-
just so people can look at it and say, "Oh, I wish I could look like that and have that."
Probably combined, it probably costs as much as like the royal jewels. You know, like there's
It's
just
insane.
they had a new fantasy bra every single year for like 20 years.
It's insane.
Who made that shit?
You know what I spend a lot of money on?
What?
Ubers.
oh my god.
Same.
A crazy amount.
I
Same.
spent
But-
$40 a day on that.
Before we get into that,
Ladies, after we're talking about underwear, we're talking about the universe, we're talking about all these things. What's one of the most important things ever that combines the universe and underwear?
masturbation.
Masturbation and your vagina. Thank you, Maria.
Yes, yes.
A plus masturbation. And I'll tell you what, Adam and Eve has us hooked up. As always, Adam and Eve are my favorite people to work with, to deal with, the place to shop. You can get underwear on Adam and Eve. You can get vibrators. You can get any kind of strap on you want. There are
Any
so
sex
many
toy you want.
different things on adamandeve.com. You have to go there. You have
Toys
to
R Us.
browse. It's
Toys R
literally
Us.
a Toys R Us for sex
For
toys.
sex,
And it's
yeah.
fantastic. And if you aren't dabbling in sex toys, just at least out of curiosity, it will make your life so different, so much better. If it's for you, it will be your new favorite thing
Yes.
of all time, 100%. So you can now go on to adamandeve.com and you can get 50% off any one item
a lot
plus
of money off.
free shipping. 50% off and free shipping with promo code, because if you go to adamandeve.com, 50% off any one item and free shipping, literally thousands of products. I don't know why you're not typing it into your browser right now. Go to adamandeve.com. Take advantage of this. I'm telling you, you have to trust me. Do it.
I spend a crazy amount of money on Ubers.
I feel like I know that about you. Yes, you do. You spend the most on Ubers, I think, out of anybody I know.
I spend minimum $280 a week on Ubers.
Whoa. How do you know that?
Because they're $20 each way, and I take an Uber and to and from work every day.
Wow.
And I take at least one.
You never
Oh, that's
take the
like
subway?
your shit. You
no,
used to do that
ever.
more, Rhea. Well, you take the subway
Never.
now a little bit, right?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, if I'm like with a group of people and like I'm going
So you
somewhere
have to
where we
like
can
borrow
take the
someone's
subway.
Metro card.
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't need Metro cards anymore.
Yeah, you don't
That's
need
true.
it.
Yeah.
I just
That's
like-
why I
I
started
like
taking
the
the
best.
subway.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
can
best.
just tap it.
That was always my hindrance for not taking the subway. I was like, my fucking Metro card, I don't know where it is. I got to stop. What if the train comes while I'm doing the whole thing? The Apple Pay on the subway is
a beauty.
the best thing in the world.
But
yeah.
Uber, man, it's such a fucking, first of all, one of the best inventions ever. Let's put that out
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Because
It's so easy.
I don't know how people got around without Uber. And we all lived in a time where there was an Uber, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure all throughout high school I didn't have Uber.
It March
And-
March 2009 Uber came out. I didn't have Uber in college. 2000 I didn't take an Uber for the first time until I graduated, till after I graduated, and I was in New York, and I didn't trust it. I was like, I don't fucking
used to
trust
be
that shit.
sketchy.
You're gonna
People
get
would
in,
be
yeah.
scared.
It's like you're gonna
Uber-
get in. Like I graduated 2013, and I was still like, you're gonna get in a stranger's fucking car, and also at that time. And I would like people to back me up on this if they can, because I'm pretty positive this was the situation. You had to pay it based on how long you were in the car, like not the distance. You know how they like calculate it ahead of time now and you accept and then you go? Before it was like you get in, you have no idea how much it's going to cost, and wherever they were driving you to was just however much it cost when you got there, like depending how long they took. And Uber drivers would like get lost on purpose and drive in circles and shit to run up the meter.
Well, that was like taxis.
Yes.
That's how taxis work. So I feel like that's how
taxis
Ubers work.
are on distance, not time. Ubers were like on time.
Interesting. I don't remember Uber
Yeah.
at that time, but I do remember being sketched out by Uber. But then the song Uber Everywhere came out, and I was like, oh, okay, well, we're good.
Now you're
We
good.
can take Ubers everywhere now.
started-
and then I lived my life by that song because I still have an Uber problem. I have an Uber
I'm
problem.
banned
For sure.
from Uber, but I have a Lyft problem. Yeah.
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 I downloaded Lyft this weekend because I took so many Ubers this past week that Uber wouldn't let me take an Uber.
What?
Yeah, I don't want to
What'd
talk
they
about
say?
it.
They
just
said
kept
you
telling
can't
me
take
there.
this?
They just kept telling me there were none available, and it was not true at all. I know that they're available.
Lyft has done that
That's
to me
rude
too.
as
And
hell.
if you cancel it and try to look for a new one, it's like, no one.
Wait, why would they do that?
What?
Why would they like turn away more?
I don't know. A customer who spends so much, you think, nope, they told me none available.
I mean, we should have Uber Black.
It was
cards.
insane. I really should. And I was so thrown off that I downloaded Lyft, and now I have
How's Lyft compared?
I like Lyft.
same exact thing.
I would say I go
thing,
back and forth. Sometimes Lyft is
I
a little
only
bit
Lyft.
cheaper,
Yeah,
but
Lyft,
not
Lyft
recently.
is a bit cheaper.
Not recently. It's been kind of the same, if not more. Like it depends on the like if it's raining, you would think like, oh, Lyft, because Uber's always crazy. Lyft is like twice as expensive.
Have you guys ever had an Uber crazy Uber situation? I had one recently when I was in Florida, and my Uber driver was offering me and Hank dabs, and
wow.
just
That
like
happened
wanted
to me in Florida,
wanted
too.
to smoke with us in the car, and
Nice.
But
What
it was
was his-
dabs,
what
and
did he
I was
look
like,
like?
I don't remember.
You don't remember the Uber driver you smoked dabs with?
Well, everyone was
many
wearing
years ago
masks.
was this?
Oh.
It was this year.
Oh, mine was
Oh.
2 years ago.
Well, I didn't smoke dabs with him because I was like, oh, Corona, like I don't want to share, I don't want to put my
I
mouth
remember
on
you telling
your
this.
mouth thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Interesting.
that was like a couple months ago.
I probably would anyway.
And well,
for the
no.
story.
So it was a couple of months ago, and I didn't have my vaccine yet or anything, and I was
True,
like,
true.
well, I'm not gonna just share a fucking thing with my Uber. He's driving people around all over the place. He's in
True.
contact with so many people.
You never know
And
how many people have hit it
And
before
Hank
you.
almost took it. I was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, no. Also, you don't know like what kind of drugs he possibly has. He could have been
true.
trying to drug me and Hank, and then we end up in some fucking place. I don't know.
Did he ask you if you smoked before?
Well, he
That's
got
kind of like if you're just like a normal person and your guy's like smoking and driving.
Well,
That is
so
wild.
we got in.
Yeah.
No, we got
Yeah,
in the
like-
car, and he was like, "You guys want to listen to the Kid Cudi album?" We were like, "Fuck yeah!" And then he was like, "Oh, you guys must smoke if you fuck with Kid Cudi." And we were like, "Wait, yeah, we do."
That's his
And then
move.
he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so you're good?" And he rolled down the window and started smoking like his like dab thing, and which was like, I don't even know what it was. I can't
say,
even
what was
explain.
it? Describe
It was like
it.
a bong type. I really have never seen a piece like this, but I was like, "Oh, I got a blunt in my bag. You mind if I smoke that back here?" And he was like, "Oh no, the blunt's gonna smell too much. Like if you want to hit this." And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna share it
Would
with
you
you."
get arrested for smoking a pen while driving? Like hitting a pen? I feel
I
like you
don't
probably
know.
would, right?
Probably if you got caught, yeah.
If
That's
you
what I
got
mean,
pulled
was
over and
he-
you were high, yes.
Was he
but-
smoking like he was smoking like
It-
wax, like he was or whatever oil, whatever
Yes,
the fuck it is?
It wasn't in a
Wow.
pen. It was like a rig.
What?
Doesn't that fuck you up?
Yeah, that's
That's
Yo,
like old school shit. Where
That's what I'm saying. This was in my Uber.
I
This was-
Get
it was
like,
nuts.
I don't want to get in a car accident.
It was like a 40-minute ride. I was like, oh, okay. But then when I thought he was gonna be cool and tell me, yeah, you could. He's ripping it up there. I thought I'd be
crazy.
able to rip it in the back. Nope.
The
Just
only
for
time-
him.
The only time I've ever seen dabs that's why I hate when people say that the pens are dab pens, which I guess that is true. But the only dab that I know is like the sketchy shit with the foil. Like it almost looks like hookah, but it's not. Like that's when I
It's like the
think
Yeah,
of dab.
I
it looks like you're
also
smoking
get
crack.
confused when
Hit
people
those
say dab
actual
pens.
I hate it. My brother calls it that. And I'm always like, why are you
It's
calling it
not
that?
a.
I'm like, you have
it's
never
not a
seen a real
pen.
dab. Like you don't know what that is. Like,
it's very confusing.
way more like sketchy.
Yeah, shout out to that Uber.
That
He
is
was
wild.
coming up. He told me he wanted to come up with an idea where it's never going to work, where everyone is okay with being high, like a driving service where like the driver smokes and so do the passengers.
I had to have had the same reason as you. He had a business cards for a weed business thing that he was going to do the same exact thing.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like a bunch of them and they're all working together.
They're working
Yeah.
Honestly,
together.
maybe
He had
it's
a
a community.
tray of like of weed pens and like shit that he was like, anyone want some?
Oh, I didn't get a business card though.
We got a business card. Yeah.
Damn.
And I was in the trunk.
fuck,
Like he
they're
let
all
us sit in
Well,
the
here's
trunk.
the thing.
If
If
you
you can
were
find
getting
the
them
business
high.
card, if you find the business card, look up his name, look up his Instagram or Facebook, more likely, and you'll see his face, and you can be like, "Oh my god, that was my Uber
I
driver."
will never remember his face. We were wearing masks once again.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
So he was
I saw
masked down,
a raw
doing this
dog.
out the window.
Yeah, but he was in front of me driving, so I wasn't
I
like,
know,
getting
but
a
still,
good look at his face.
This is a risky driver.
Our
risky
Uber,
driver.
He
He's
got out
fucking
and went
risky.
into Wendy's with us and then
Oh
took
my
us back
God.
to our Airbnb. And there's another crazy Uber story. I'm trying to get my friends to send the videos because it's horrifying. It was in Amherst, Massachusetts, which is like where UMass is, and it's like the middle of nowhere, and it's like cornfields and like the Uber drivers are probably a little creepy sometimes. And this guy was really creepy. You know, Lovely Bones.
Yes.
Of course.
He looked exactly like
looked
him.
like-
Tucci?
Stop.
Yeah, it looked exactly like him in that movie.
No,
Had
I
the
have a
glasses and
problem with
everything. I
Stanley
need
Tucci
the
because of
video
that.
so bad, but like my friends were blacked out in the Uber with him, and they're ridiculous when they're blacked out, and they were like, "Come inside, come inside." So he was like, "Oh, really? You want me to come inside?" A house of college girls comes inside with them. It's 3 of them, the creepy Lovely Bones Uber guy, and they're doing karaoke, and they asked him like what song he wanted to sing, and he sung like a screamo song, and they like couldn't get him out. Yeah.
Oh, my
no.
god, that
Yeah.
sounds like
Uber's
a
gonna
whole
have. They're
nightmare.
gonna be like cancel
Yeah.
Uber after this
Yeah,
whole
it was, like,
segment.
where the videos are crazy. I'll show you after when they send them.
I wonder how easy it is to become an Uber driver. It seems like the way they advertise, it's like anybody can do it. It's
Yeah, you
spare
just need to be
time,
21,
become an
right?
Uber driver. Like do this, do that. I feel like the screening process should maybe be a little more intense than just you got free time, be an Uber driver.
I think
Agreed.
that they do have a. I think that they have to have a certain score to keep riding. What's your Uber
I see.
score, by the way?
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
a great
check mine
question.
right now.
Let's check
Wasn't
it all
that
out.
the thing that like Uber didn't treat their employees as well as Lyft and
Yeah.
like people would like boycott Uber?
Yes, yes.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh
I
my
don't know,
God.
people
Oh,
just
that's
don't care anymore, I
right.
think.
You're so right
My
about
rating
that.
is not fantastic.
I'm a 5-star.
I'm 4.8. That's pretty good.
Mine's 4.57.
Oh damn.
I
do you
don't
have an
know what I'm
attitude?
doing though. No, I get in. I say, "Hey, how are you?" And then I don't talk. And I said, "Thanks. Have a nice day."
Do you,
Oh, I
do you
do.
wear
It's the same
headphones?
conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always do, but I'm like I try to be like
I try to be
vocal.
I
conscious
never
of
do.
if they're talking.
Yes,
or
I
anything.
never do. But I also I'm not really chatty. I always
Never
say
chatty
hello.
unless they are.
I always tell them to drive safe when I leave every time, or I try to if I remember. But I just feel like it's good
Oh,
karma for me.
your rating might be down from when you clotheslined a motorcyclist.
Oh fuck! When I yelled at that guy, I forgot about that. Well, that wasn't my fault. That was his fucking
Wow,
fault.
you
Oh, that's
brought
my.
that up. I can't
was
believe
just.
you brought that up.
Well, you got to talk
I
about
forgot.
that.
No,
That's
no.
crazy.
I was just in my head being like, damn, I don't have any crazy Uber stories. That sucks. I totally forgot about that. I was going down to Ria's house and he was trying to drop me off on the corner, which isn't even at your house. They never want to pull up right in front of your
No,
fucking
I
spot.
know.
It drives me insane. Whatever. It's 2 feet, doesn't matter.
You're telling me.
He stops and I was like, oh, all right, we're stopping here. And I was like, okay. And I didn't like have an attitude about it, but I was kind of like, all right, I'll get out now. And I go to open the door and a guy on a motorcycle. It must have been, no, it was it wasn't a big like Harley motorcycle. It was like a smaller motorcycle. And he came speeding by as if like trying to pass us because we were stopped, hit the door. It didn't fly off the hinges or anything, but he hit the door and then he fell on the ground, whole fucking thing. And I was like, Jesus. I was like, are you all right?
Wait,
and then the
what's
guy
that movie?
driving.
This is 40 where that happened.
yeah,
Is it?
that movie's awesome. Yeah.
That's hysterical.
same
I haven't
thing.
seen the movie in a long time. So I said to the Uber driver, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know. I opened the door and I was like, man, you gotta watch where you're going. I'm talking to the motorcycle guy. And also the Uber driver is like yelling, close the door, close the door. I'm like, I don't know, man. I can't close the door. He just hit the door and I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. So I just left and that was it.
Yeah,
It was insane.
crazy.
I forgot all about that. Wow.
Yeah, see, I don't know who's wrong in that situation.
I don't know either.
I think everyone's
Because
at
I
fault.
think everyone's at fault. The motorcycle guy shouldn't be coming
Kelly.
in
He shouldn't
hot.
be coming around.
No,
Well, I
but
was
what
worried
you
that it was
should
my
look-
fault, but
You
it
should
wasn't.
look before you open the door, but that's
we were
you know,
so close to the curb that I was like, "There's no way."
Right.
And also, I would never have. I guess I wouldn't have thought for like a motorcycle to be coming.
I know
from
what
behind,
street
you
you're
know what I mean?
talking about. I would
Yes.
never look before opening the door.
No.
I just pop that
It's
door
so
open.
tiny. Yeah,
it's so tiny.
It's so small. And he was like pulled over basically. I can't. In my head, the only person that could have fit in there was somebody on like a regular bicycle, not even a city bike. Like city bike would have been too big. Like
skinny-ass
like
bicycle,
a tiny,
someone
skinny
practicing
little,
for a marathon.
like a beachcomber type bike is the only thing that would fit through there in my head on a normal day. But I guess maybe he wasn't over as far. And this guy he was like whipping around, I guess, and tried to whip around us because we stopped and directly into the door when I opened it.
I got punished
crazy.
by an Uber driver once, and it was
What?
really crazy.
What is
like
Punished?
Punished in what way?
She literally
She?
said, "I'm gonna punish you guys." So it was we were in Fort Lauderdale for spring break. We got picked up at like the club, and it was like 30 minutes from our Airbnb because it was like I think it was in Miami or something. So we get picked up. She drives us all the way back to our Airbnb, and obviously we're blacked out at spring break. We're probably being so annoying, but you don't do what she was about to do. She pulls up. And we're like, "Oh, it's right here, it's right here." And she goes, "I know." And she drives past it, drives us all the way 30 minutes back to the club and drops us off and was like, "I'm punishing you for how you guys behaved." She had to have been a teacher or a
Excuse
or a
me?
principal or something.
So she spent 30 minutes going back with
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah. It was
she get
And
paid?
she's an Uber driver in like a
for the
spring
first one,
break
probably.
area.
But we like reported it and we got all of our money back. So like she probably didn't even get money from it.
What?
She should be fired from
And
Yeah,
she there was
100%.
a language barrier too, so it was crazy. We thought she was gonna like kill us. We were like, "What? That is our Airbnb." And she's like, "No, I know." And then just drove us back to the fucking
What a
club 30
bitch.
minutes away. It was crazy. I have like videos of us on like the side of the highway trying to get home because that was the only Uber we could get. It was so scary.
Yeah, when you are pulling
That's
up to your
horrifying.
Airbnb and somebody says no, you have no idea what's happening after that.
And it's not like we could jump out of a moving car.
That's fucking scary.
It was so scary.
I would have.
Oh, I
gone
hope she's
buck
not.
fucking wild on this bitch. I would have
Oh.
been screaming like,
Oh,
"I'm calling
yeah.
911 if you don't open
I
these
said some-
fucking doors."
Said some things, yeah.
And she still didn't open the doors.
Oh,
Like she
no.
still didn't stop or anything. I would have sort
Went
of thrown from
all the
behind.
way back.
Like, I
and
would
it was like
don't
4 a.m.
nobody's
so there
murdering
was
me.
no traffic, and she was like as fast as you could go. It's not like we could jump out.
Whoa,
the
somebody's
fuck?
got temper.
Anger management.
Anger
yeah, she needs
issues.
anger management.
You
yeah.
should
Wow.
not be an Uber driver if you have no patience. But I understand
Agreed.
that
Agreed.
you need to have respect for your
chose to
Ubers
pick
as
up
well.
someone
But
at 4 a.m. at a club on spring break.
right,
Like, then just don't Uber on
you
spring
kind of
break.
got to know what
Why
you're
is she
getting your
Ubering
hands
in
into
like a
there.
spring break town on spring break and not
Exactly.
expecting drunk kids at 4 a.m.?
Exactly.
Like that's what's going to happen. You're absolutely right about that. Respect your Uber drivers, but also your Uber drivers should fucking respect the people that they're driving around. It's like you don't have to be doing this. Nobody asked. Nobody's making you be an Uber driver.
Like, you should have let us out.
Well, I'm
Give
saying
us a shitty rating.
at 4 a.m. at that time, yeah, you're probably going to get
Right.
some drunk kids. You should expect that.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
Crazy
a
lady.
nuts
It was
story.
crazy, and she was so little, and she was holding the wheel, like going. It was so scary, and I'll never forget it for the rest of my life.
That's so insane.
Good story now, though.
Yeah, it's a good story
Yeah, good
now.
story now.
Glad you had that in your pocket for this
Yeah,
one.
that was a
It
good
is a
one.
good story now. Yeah, I don't know. Ubers are bizarro. I think that how popular they are now is kind of crazy. How much trust we have in it. Like, oh wow, I
take one alone
don't even think twice when I'm
the
ordering an
time.
Uber now. Whereas 10 years ago, I was like, not a fucking chance am I getting in a stranger's vehicle. And even the first couple years, and even sometimes still now, I'll occasionally, if I feel sketchy in a car, I'll like screenshot like my Uber driver and his name and whatever, and I'll send it to like whoever. I'll be like, oh, by the way, I'm in an Uber, just in case I die. Here's my thing.
I always send it to my dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here, just in case. But always, here's the thing. I think we can end on this note for Ubers. Check your license plate before you get in the car and ask them,
Who's it for?
who's it for?
Yep.
And then make them say your name.
If
Because
they're saying who's it for, like if you're saying who's it for, no, if they say who's it for and you say your name, they could
then
just
they
be
got
like,
you
yes.
trapped.
Yes.
Whereas if you're like, who's it for? And they say Maria, then you know you're in the clear. And check the license plate. I do that every single time.
Me too.
I get into an
Absolutely,
Uber,
license
and
plate.
that's the way it should be done.
I completely agree. I also sometimes accidentally say, get in the car. I'm like, for Kelly, it should be, you're right.
I
It should be,
accidentally do it,
who's
yeah.
it for? Because they could just say yes.
You can also peek at the screen though. If
I
you're going to
always
say
peek.
for Kelly, but you
True.
see on the screen it says Kelly, you're good.
True. I'm a license plate.
License
I'm
plate.
always
Always
bitch.
check the license plate, ladies and gentlemen. Always check the license plate.
Without questions. All right, should we get into voicemails, you guys?
We shall.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, you could probably see how fucking sick I look. But if you're just listening, how sick would you guys say I look?
I think you look sick as fuck.
Super
And
fucking sick.
Kelly looks pretty fucking sick, too.
I feel like the Queen of England right now.
Yeah,
Both of you
I
look
feel like I
so
could go to
sick.
the beach and crush some high noons right now.
I'm
For
giving,
sure.
you were gonna
I'm
say
giving
crush some
dirty
puss.
looks.
Crush
on the
some puss
street.
too with these Nectar sunglasses
Hell
because
yeah.
they are so dope. They're so affordable. Also, big East Coast guys, which I love. We're all East Coast represent.
Love that.
There's nothing better than an East Coast company with some sick ass shades that are affordable. Also, like, don't you hate spending so much money on sunglasses and you feel like you don't get a lot of use out of them? You lose them, you break them. These
100%.
are durable and they're not expensive.
They're
like,
such good quality, honestly.
and like, look at us. We look fly as hell. Ria's not lucky enough to have a pair on right now.
I feel like a huge fucking loser right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
look
gotta
like
admit.
one too.
You honestly
Honestly,
look
I know.
without the
I look
Nectars.
like a loser.
Yeah,
We're sorry
Because I
about
need
that.
my Nectar sunglasses.
Yeah, summer's
Yeah.
right around the corner. Everyone needs some Nectar. So Nectar offers, shit, they're so good I can't even read the computer with them on. Nectar offers all shoppers free shipping, a lifetime warranty. Wow, that's awesome. And they're giving out our listeners 25% off. We love Nectar sunglasses. So make sure you visit nectarsunglasses.com/hi to get your own today.
I want to try them.
Yeah, say try them on.
Oh, I'm feeling cool. I'm feeling fly as
Oh, no.
fuck.
You can
Oh,
crush
no.
some puss in those.
Duh, duh, duh. And they're fashionable. I love,
Yeah, they
I
just
love
look good.
fashion sunglasses.
They're
I'm
good.
such a sunglass bitch. I love
Nectar
these so
sunglasses
much.
all the way.
All right, ladies, let's get into today's voicemails. As usual, thank you everyone for calling in. Also, thank you extra for calling in several days in a row. I am going to be a part of this challenge thing that is filming from June 1st to 11th. So I'm going to be out for a while. So this is why we're stacking them up. And thank you to both of you guys and Noah for stacking these all up in the same week. Fantastic. Let's get started with Uber kidnap.
Hello, my beautiful friends. So I live in Vegas, and I'm actually calling in about the Uber. And so I was working in a timeshare company for a while. I was working front desk there. And this has totally terrified me about taking an Uber anywhere anymore. So I was working the front desk one day, and these people come in frantically into our office, into our lobby, and I'm like, what is going on? And they're like, our Uber driver stole our friend. And I'm like, okay, excuse me, what? And they're like, our Uber driver stole our friend. And I obviously didn't know what to say. And so this whole thing turned to this whole traumatic story. The Uber driver ended up kidnapping her and like taking her to the airport and dropped her off there. I don't know if he was trying to steal her wallet or like what the deal was, but please be careful getting into our Ubers, all you ladies out there. By the way, love the podcast, love all of you, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.
That's crazy.
That is
Insane.
really insane. And to just reiterate, you know,
Watch your
be
fucking
careful.
back.
watch your back.
and
Check the
over.
license plate. You know, screenshots. Send to whoever. Let people know where you're at because you really never know what could happen, which is this very scary thought. And Uber is good majority of the time, but there are some bad cases out
There's
there.
always going to be
You
bad
can get
guys out
abducted
there.
anywhere. You can get abducted anywhere for sure. Uber's just like an easy way to get abducted if you're not paying attention. So you got to keep your head on the swivel, even when you don't think you have to. I thought that story was especially interesting because it's weird that like only one of their friends got snatched. That's something about that. I don't know. Everything about that sounded awful to me. So shout out to those people. And yeah, keep yourself safe.
And also just being like bombarded with that information, like the Uber stole our friend. It's like, well, what?
Oh
What
yeah.
do I
If
do?
something happens to a friend in an Uber and she's gone, just you call the police. I think right. 911 probably. Hey, my friend was just in an Uber. I'm not
Where
quite
did they
sure.
barge into? Did they?
She worked at a hotel. It sounded
and
like
they
or
just, like,
something.
ran
Like they
in
ran
and
in
said
and
it,
were
yeah.
like, our friend is stolen. I
Holy
understand
shit.
like the parent, the freak out or whatever. But again, we've all got to have our heads on swivels for situations like this. You never know. Okay, let's lighten it up with Mom's a Thief.
Hi, guys. Oh, my God. I love the podcast. I love you guys so much. I'm calling for underwear. So last year, my friends got me, like, these thongs to wear, and I really liked them, so I've just bought a lot. So I have this shit ton of thongs, right? And apparently, like, I've been missing them So I was like, where the fuck are my thongs? Turns out they're in my mom's bureau, and she's been wearing them. So I don't know how to, like, should I just steal them from her bureau? She's like, yo, Mom, like, you're wearing my thongs. So I don't know what to do, guys. Help me out here. Love you guys. Bye.
That's so funny.
You got to
What do
confront
we
your
think?
mom.
Does mom
feel like
think
you got
that
it,
they're
right?
hers? Or like,
you got to say,
Maybe.
Mom, you've been taking my thongs. And I know you have, you dirty little slut.
well, wouldn't they be
And I caught you
thongs
red-handed, you
with the
dirty
bulge?
birdie.
Like, wouldn't they be the bulge thongs?
I don't know. Maybe not. They could just be like a large thong.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just thinking like mom's wearing the bulge thongs and not even noticing.
Like a jock strap, you're thinking? Like where
well,
they have like
I
space
know
in
like
the
men's
front?
thongs have like space in the front for.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Because I
I'm
feel
not
like
thinking
your,
about like.
your balls would be hanging out like
For sure.
Noah's boxers if you were
Exactly. Yeah. Like Noah's balls all day.
I think you got to confront Mom.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Steal
I
them
wonder.
back.
I
yeah,
wonder
or
if
just
they
take.
are.
You know
Steal
what?
back.
Here's the thing. Take them
what's
back.
yours.
Take what's yours, and then if she takes them again, then you say, "Yo,
Hey,
bitch,
bitch, those are mine.
those are my fucking thongs."
I
What are
bought
you
those with my
doing?
own money.
Yeah. Give me my
You got to
thongs
take them back. You
Yeah.
got to take them back. Okay, let's go to Small on Earth.
Hey guys, you may have already covered it, or you may have had a shit ton of calls about this, but can we just mention that video that they showed us in 5th grade of like the family having a picnic in Central Park, and then the video just like slowly zooms out, so much so that like your science teacher basically told you you're like smaller than a grain of sand on a massive ass beach. I think about that all the time, and it just like fucks me up. Like I don't know. Like you'd start thinking like, what's the meaning of life? Like, why am I here? Like, why am I not just like partying it up every night? Like, what the hell? Yeah. So I don't know. It needs to be discussed. So let me know your thoughts. Bye.
I mean, yeah.
It just makes you feel minuscule and useless.
So insignificant.
And that's when you realize, oh, why do I care so much about things? Why do I care so much about what people think of me? Why do I care so much about anything when nobody thinks about you because you're so minuscule
We
compared to
literally
everything
live
else?
on a
Right.
floating rock. Why do we care about
Yeah,
anything?
exactly.
I've thought about that. That was like the time thing. I think about that a lot, actually, where I'm like, if you think about someone from like even like a few hundred years ago, you don't even know who, like, you can't think of someone from a few hundred years
Yeah,
ago.
who
Just
even
like a
is
normal
that?
someone a few hundred years, what was the point of like us?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Nobody's
Exactly.
going to give
Like-
a fuck what we did.
No.
Yeah.
Just show do whatever the fuck you want.
I guess that's why.
YOLO.
I guess that's why some
Bring
people
YOLO back.
Yellow. Yeah.
I would like to bring it back. I guess that's why some people get so focused on like leaving their mark or like reproducing and having like keeping their lineage alive
Like
and shit
you-
like that because they want like a legacy. And I'm like, nah, fuck that.
At the end of the day,
Unless
I don't need
you're,
all
like,
that.
Only thing remembering is a turtle.
Exactly.
A dictator, like no one's gonna remember you. Like
Exactly.
you can't even think of people.
I mean, yeah. Unless
Not
he's the
saying- not
best of the
saying that's a
best or
good
the
thing,
worst
but
For
of the
I'm
worst.
saying,
for
like-
years and years,
Yeah,
like
for
even
centuries.
celebrities,
Centuries, you
like
mean?
Genghis Khan. Like you're
Yeah.
not gonna remember like people. Just
even
normal
celebrities are not like lose steam after.
Bree,
a
you
certain
said it
point.
best. Best of the best and worst of the worst
Yeah.
is
Yes.
what
people.
people
I think
remember.
like Steve Jobs, like not that many other people.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
Hitler.
Hitler. We'll
You
never-
always
Worst of the
remember-
worst.
you
We'll
gotta
never
remember the
forget
bad
him.
guys, yeah.
We'll certainly never forget him, and not a good way. I have one more. I was passing by, and this girl called in over the weekend, and she had some advice, and it's real advice. So I wanted to play it because I didn't want to hear it and then not have it played. I felt responsible.
Is
so
this
let's
a
go.
way to send us off for the week?
This is a way to send us off for the
Okay.
week. So this will be
Hey
our last
guys,
one.
love the podcast. I actually know you haven't released the topics this week, but I have a question for you guys that I think you all could answer really nicely. I was hooking up with this guy, and he was like, don't let me wear a condom. And I was like, no, you're wearing a condom, because he doesn't know it, but I was hooking up with other guys too. And I was not about to spread anything if he gave it to me. So he was like, oh, fine, and put on a condom. And then, you know, he was kind of being like, I can't feel anything. And I was kind of drunk. So halfway through, I was like, you know what? It's fine. And then I went to take the condom off, and the condom was already off. The guy had taken off the condom mid-sex and just not told me. So I really don't know what to do. Do I keep seeing this guy? Should I be mad? I was going to take the condom off anyway, and so I just don't know what to do. I stopped having sex and he knew I was mad, and then he's like, I don't know why you're mad. You're going to take off the condom anyway. So I just don't know how I should feel. So your opinions would be amazing. Love the podcast. Love you all. Bye.
In Law and Order, you can at least get arrested for that. That's
100%.
technically rape.
100%.
I would not talk to him ever again.
Never
I
again.
wouldn't trust him. I feel like that is so disrespectful, and I would say that there are so many better people out there that you do not need to be with this guy, because if this guy's doing that, first of all, so entirely sketchy and creepy and
Yes.
weird. You have no idea what else he could be doing. Also, I think guys who like really have something against condoms are so bizarre. One time
Thank you
was
for saying
gonna
that.
hook
You
up
can't
with
feel anything?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Like, get over it. You're such a fucking baby. I had a visceral reaction to this. Keep going. Your
One time I was gonna hook up with this guy, and I was like, do you have a condom? And he was somebody who, I'm sure has a lot of sex with people. And I was like, do you have a condom? And he was like, no. And I was like, all right. And he was like, well, I'm not going to have sex with you now that you asked for a condom. I was like, well, I'd hope not, because I'm not going to have sex with you.
We're not having sex right now because you don't have a condom.
And it was so awkward after. And then we never spoke after that.
I'm
But
not
it was-
going to have sex with you because you asked for a condom.
And he's the type of guy that should be having condoms laying around,
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
you
Without
should have
question.
a chastity belt. That's horrifying.
I think that's this. When she called and I heard that, and my blood was boiling through the roof in this afternoon when I was listening, and I was like, I cannot believe that there are still people. Of course, I can believe it because most men are disgusting, but I am shocked that guys still think it's okay to get away with shit like that. And the I can't feel anything with a condom. It's like, all right, well then don't have 100 beers at the bar and maybe you can fucking feel something. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not the condom that's not letting you feel anything. It's everything you were doing up until then. And you should just get over it,
all
or
the blow,
just
man.
don't have sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his argument back being like, why are you mad? You were like going to ask to take it off anyway. It's like, okay, well, if you took it off then, that would be fine. But because you did it without my knowledge or consent, that's what's fucked up about it.
Exactly.
And you're a disgusting human being.
Yeah, don't let him make you think
Don't let him
otherwise.
manipulate you,
No.
And tell you that, oh, well, you were going to take it out. Well, no, you.
Yeah,
but you
exactly.
didn't-
I was going to take it
You
off.
didn't
Right.
tell him that you were going to do that. So what if you weren't going to take it off? He would
Right.
have taken it off
What
anyway.
if you thought about it and was like, actually, no, I don't want
exactly.
to.
So that's fucked up.
I
Fuck
think,
that guy.
I think it's so fucked up, and I was so furious. I'm glad we're all on the same page. But okay, that wraps up our voicemails for today. Thank you guys for your input. Thank you, Noah, also for some reason. 551-258-3436 if you'd like to call in for yourself. Is that you girls?
What do I say? Yeah, Miss McGuire, it's us. Not a word to your mom about the bra. We're going to the mall for school supplies. Repeat after me. School supplies.
School supplies. Okay, school supplies. School supplies.
Hey, Mrs. McGuire.
Hi, Mom.
Hey girls, how was school?
Fine.
So what's up?
Nothing.
Lizzie, I have one more load of laundry to do, and I was thinking I might throw Mr. Snuggles in there because he's looking a little dingy. Hello, Lizzie?
I don't care what you do with Mr. Snuggles. Stuffed animals are for babies. Give them to Matt.
But Mr. Snuggles, you've had him since you were 2. He's like your favorite toy.
Was my favorite toy. I don't need toys anymore. I'm an adult now. We are adults now.
So, Mrs. McGuire, could we have a ride to the mall?
Oh, well, sure. What do you need?
School supplies.
It's a cartoon monologue.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm a rock. I'll never crack.
School supplies? Okay, for what?
School supplies.
For a project.
Okay. Ring, ring, ring.
What was that?
Hold that thought.
Oh, sorry.
Hold that thought. Hello?
What was that?
School supplies?
Come on, let's go put our books in your room before you totally spill your guts.
Ding dong.
What are you doing here?
Your mom said something about the mall.
Hey, Miss McGuire, I called my mom and she's cool about the mall thing. Why are you here, Gordo?
I invited him.
When?
When I just called.
I figured you guys need school supplies for a project, so does Gordo.
Oh no, Gordo doesn't need any school supplies.
Why? I'm in all your classes except for gym.
That it's a very special secret gym project that only me and Miranda need to go shopping for.
What's the project, Lizzie?
It's
I asked Lizzie, what do you need at the mall, Lizzie?
I'd like to see a lawyer.
Lizzie, tell me the truth.
I want a bra, okay? A bra. We want a bra. I want a bra.
I don't want to go to the mall anymore.
You're uninvited.
I want a bra.
Mom.
All right, Rhea gets that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah,
job.
appreciate
I want
it.
a bra.
That was great. Fabulous. Thank you, Noah. I'm gonna turn it right around and give it back to Noah. Noah deserves the mouth award for that.
No, I mean,
Noah
spot
deserves
on.
the mouth award.
Spot on, Gordo.
You were exactly Gordo. That's when I watched the scene last night. I was like, Noah has to. 'Cause Noah is Gordo.
We're having a good